Hey Village, my name is Ariel Desiree. I am a poet and spoken word artist. Welcome back to Access with Ariel Desiree, where I share poetry every week. This is season 2, episode 10, and the poem that I'm sharing with you today is titled Front Row. This poem is inspired by something I heard before, saying that the front row of a funeral hits different. Basically just saying that the people that sit in the front row, that loss is a lot deeper for them than everybody else in the building. Even deeper than the people that are on the second row that are family as well, and the third row that are family as well, and our friends. That front row, that loss, it impacts their life. They'll never be the same again. Their day-to-day is different. And usually that grieving period takes a lot more time. I've experienced that type of loss before. I lost my mother 10 years ago. And I wanted to write about this topic because what I had heard had really touched me. And I remember the first days and years going through it and sometimes feeling alone, or like other people couldn't relate to that type of pain, that type of loss, because it was so life-changing. And people that haven't experienced it look at people that are going through that type of loss, and after a while they start to feel like, dang, they're not over it yet, because you just don't understand that type of loss until you go through it. So I wanted to share this poem for those people that feel like they're alone, and also just share part of the grieving journey that I went through, share how I was feeling, and where I am now, 10 years later. So this is titled Front Row. This is different. I felt pain from loss before, but this feel like something's missing. Like my soul got ripped out in the first act and I'm still stuck in intermission. Waiting for the second act to start, like I missed the memo that the play is ended. Still in an empty theater, the only one left in their seat, looking around like, where am I supposed to go when I ain't got my feet? My heart then skipped a beat since she left. It stopped beating. My world stopped spinning, yet I'm queasy. I ain't eating. My mind don't even know who I am. I ain't thinking. How am I supposed to make it to better days? What is today? I ain't sleeping. I keep hearing she's in a better place. I'm starting to get mad that she left me here. Crying out for help like a kid with an absent parent, shouting in case that she can hear. 'Cause nothing is the same. It's as if I'm fresh out just starting, like I was born this year. The first birthday without you. The first Christmas without you. The first time I went to bed and had to wake up without you. The first achievement without you. The first death day without you. I'm dreading all these firsts because this life is just lifing without you. How is it even possible? I don't know what to do. Suddenly I start to realize that I was living for you. Now I gotta recreate myself, but you were the tape and the glue. Where do I go from here? I'm lost and you ain't leave no clues. I'm mad at her. At the world, at God, I'm freaking pissed. Nowhere to point my anger. Trying to make it all make sense. I can only spiral for so long when I know what the truth is. She will want me to keep living. So at first I just start getting out the bed, staying busy, go getting. Months go by, I still don't know me. I start to wonder, am I crazy? I'm still healing? And everybody else that knew her is back moving like they ain't got no feelings. Years go by. Take it a moment at a time turns to a day. But my heart is still missing. A lot of soul searching helped me see. I've been flawed. Chasing vices to fill voids that need filling. There's a thirst in me so deep that the bar for satisfaction keeps moving. There's no ceiling. I'm searching for more than myself, but for peace. There's gotta be more to life than just living. All my seeking led me right back to the beginning. Jesus. Absorbing all my hurt, my worry, all the pain I felt. Listening, being my ear when I had nobody else. Since I started seeking him, I finally started finding myself. I still feel pain some days. There's many times I cry. But my mom is no longer who I am. She is not my why. My why is the only one who can fill up every void that I have. Every crack, every crevice. Places I tried to fill up myself when I was sad. The love he gives. He's a parent, a brother, and a friend. He'll never leave me nor forsake me. He's there to the end. So even if I have to sit front row of a funeral again, I know he'll be right there with me through it all, the thick and the thin. Front row. So that was front row. Just sharing a little bit about my grief journey. And really, I want to encourage you, if you don't know God right now, trust me, you're going to need him one day. Hopefully you don't have to relate to this poem. But if you do have to relate to this poem and you have to one day sit on the front row, you don't want to go through the grieving period without knowing who God is. So I encourage you to get to know him now, because it'll be a lot easier to get up when you know you have somebody you can call, when you know you have somebody you can call. You may find them all you in there, in that hole, in them dark moments, but at least having that foundation, that introduction. I encourage you to get to know God, get to know Jesus if you don't know him. Y'all have a blessed day, and I will see you next week on Access with Ariel Desiree. Blessings.